and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here in the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Ryan to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks, you won. Heck of a season. Following the interception, Winston fighting through pressure, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Ryan on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Screen, triple C. Screen, triple C.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Jameis on second down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Green, triple C. Ready? Follow. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Blaze up.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they get 14 yards there and a 1st down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run here with Freeman. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan. And he's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the 1st down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Sonic! Ready! Flag 22! Sonic!
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
150.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Jameis to throw it. And some room to work. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here now come the Falcons. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Hey, ready? Follow. Sonic. Green, trouble C.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
Follow.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Complete to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Get up! Tuesday, go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
11.
On 2nd down, Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A give to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chris Conte right there to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Brent Grimes.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Ready? Black 22.
The give is to Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This is Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. His throw incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Just incomplete that time.
Hey, white.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, South. Ready. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
21. Ready. Black 25. Ready, set.
Again, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Hey, go down. Ready, Sonic, blue ready. Sonic. Let's go.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Follow. Wait, up.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's Ryan. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
21. Hey, let's go. Ready to go.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
There we go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So they decline the penalty. Well, that seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Buccaneers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly